So we can say that Yamal is the best player in the world right now.
Are you sure he's the best player?
At least if you're having that conversation, talking about the top 10 best players, Yamal is in that top 10.
Mm, true.
Because this season alone, he
True.
has shown us that he deserves to be in that conversation.
What what I think is world best will be very interesting, like you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know who the nominees would be. We don't have an idea, so we don't know. But yeah, he's good. He's good. I know we've argued on this live that, oh, is he a one season wonder? Is he a two
Mm-hmm.
season wonder? I doubt,
I
right?
doubt.
I doubt. Like
He's definitely here to stay.
he's good. He's good.
The way he assists, scores goals,
Yeah.
passes,
Yeah.
crosses, it's world class. The way he controls the ball, his touches on the ball, his football
Yeah.
intelligence, it's world class, or at least close enough to world class for a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
And I know I talk about how football is young and we shouldn't add age to football anymore because like we see people at a very young age doing really crazy things. But
He's
Yamal is an
actually
exception.
he's how do we explain Yamal now? He's extremely talented. He's really good. Do you know? Let me read this. I'll read a statement from Kopama
Hmm.
today. What Kopama said about him. I hope I'll see it. But anyways, I can't see. But Kopama said Yamal when he loves to watch Yamal play.
Hmm.
Yamal inspires him. That he loves to watch Yamal play.
Did he say it
Uh,
inspired him? I don't think he said inspires him. It's
Not
not like an
inspires, but
interview.
he said, yeah, he said
It was like an interview of Cole Palmer, right?
it was an interview. He said he loves to watch Yamal play. If I'll find it, I can't find it.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
But yeah,
for
it's
someone like Kopama to give you that compliment, it means, man, yeah, you
it's
are
def-
out of this world.
it's amazing. It's
You see,
amazing. It's
okay, this is
amazing.
it. He said, I love watching him. Chelsea's Kopama labels Barcelona star the best player in the world.
Yeah,
So that's it.
he is.
For Kopama to label him, in fact,
I think what makes him good is that confidence that he has.
yeah.
He plays like he's fearless.
He doesn't.
He
He
doesn't
enjoys the game. He's not scared of you. He's not scared of
he
you
doesn't
putting a tackle
he
against him.
plays like he plays like a veteran, like he has already been playing for 3 years. He plays
God,
like, oh yeah, I've already been playing. Like this is not new
do you
to me. I'm
think
not new to the
Liverpool can
game.
convince him to leave Barca? Never,
There's no need to
never,
get into
in,
that conversation. Let's
never
just
in
move
this
on.
lifetime.
I think he's Barcelona's franchise player moving forward.
Yeah,
You
he's
know,
not leaving.
everything will be built around Yamal, built around keeping that talent. Because right now, for someone to sign Yamal, believe it or not, he's going for 200 plus million
Why?
or almost close to 200.
Nah.
He'll be worth like 150.
The How do I say it now?
Yamal, how much do you think Yamal will go for in this right now?
First of all, he doesn't have a professional contract, so he can't go for that amount.
If
The
if,
only
if
the
a
only
club wants
thing
to
he
sign
will
him,
go
how
for,
much?
the only thing he will go for is like more or less like compensation.
But
Is
if a
when
club wants to sign him, how much do you think they will sign him for?
once he turns 18 and the club wants to sign him, he can go for more than 100 million.
Of
That's
course,
for sure. Do you
of
get?
course.
That's for sure,
In this day and age when players are
right?
overhyped,
Yeah.
Yamal is not going
But
for
this one
anything
is
less
not
than.
overhyped.
No, I said in this day and age where players are overhyped, you
Yeah.
now bring in an actual player that is not overhyped, that actually
Yeah.
has, world class talent, and you think he won't go for more than 100 million. Of course, he'll go for more than 100 million. So he scored today, assist.
Mm.
Barcelona have won La Liga. So disappointing season for Real Madrid. I mean, they went to a trophyless. Did they win
Yeah.
a trophy? They
And
went to third.
Baka won 3 trophies, right? How many
They
trophies did they
won
win?
the two. I think is it two or three?
Is it two? You want to
Because they
fact check
won the
that? I think
league.
it's three.
I can
Three
check.
trophies they won. It seems like it's 3 trophies they won. I don't know, but I think so,
How many
right?
trophies? Yeah, I'm checking it.
Mm. But anyways, Barcelona, they've won their 28th title. They deserve it.
Yeah, they won 3 trophies.
Yeah.
They
So they
won the
won the
Super Cup,
treble. Yeah.
Copa del Rey, La
And they
Liga.
won La Liga.
They
That's
also,
it.
yeah, imagine they had won Champions League. That been like an amazing season for them.
Right? So
So,
3 trophies for Hansi Flick. Hansi
mhm,
Flick that we thought, oh, Germany, he's not doing well in Germany. Is he still a good? Remember when people were questioning him? Is he still
yeah,
a good coach? This. And you remember that he was, I think he was assistant coach in Bayern Munich for long
mm-hmm,
before before he became the coach.
mm-hmm,
Do you get? And in his first season, he won. I think he won the Champions League in his first season, if I'm not wrong, and he won the league in the
yeah.
first
But
season.
what you're trying to say is like the expectation coming into
Yeah,
Barcelona was not high.
yeah. It was more like Hansi Flick. Okay, he's good, but he's flopped with Germany. He did badly in the World Cup. He was the one that took them to World Cup, right? It was Hansi Flick that took them to World Cup. Yeah, he was the one that took them to World Cup, and it was like, uh, they've not really done well. Do you get what I'm saying? There was no much like coming to Barcelona was just like, okay, we'll give you a chance. Let's see. Do you get? We're not really sure, but let's see. Right? But he's
Yeah.
really put this team together. Built a squad as a wing. I say as a winger. Ateta has been building his team for almost 7 years or six
It's so
years.
funny how you called Ateta as a winger.
They are similar. They are similar in make
Oh my
and
god.
style.
Okay. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you get?
Mm-hmm.
He's been putting their team together. At the end of the day, someone put his team together. Young guys.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't break the bank,
Mm-hmm.
right? Put together the talent, made them gel. They are playing the way he wants to play. Although we can argue that Xavi had already started the groundwork. Xavi also won La Liga.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? He started the groundwork in terms of bringing people in, Pedri, all
Mm-hmm.
these guys that came in. Is
Yeah.
Xavi that brought them in.
Yeah.
Do you get? So it's kind of
SSB,
like
what's up?
it's more like he's done the groundwork.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? Then this guy came in and finished the work. Maybe the same thing should happen at Arsenal. Arteta has done the groundwork,
Mm-hmm.
right? Arteta has done the groundwork. Let him step aside. Let somebody else finish it.
I like how
What
this
do you want?
your take went from Asiflik to Javi to Ateta. Like
Yes. So
you've
it's
gone
a
on a
case of
long take for
yes. So it's a case of no. Listen now. It's a case of
yeah.
Xavi did the groundwork in Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
Hansi Flick took over, won the treble.
Mm-hmm.
So Arsenal should just take that as a lesson. Arteta has been building the team for so many years that we can't count. Near
Mm-hmm.
misses for the Premier League title. Let him step aside. Then you bring someone else that will complete the job. Do you know that if Arsenal brings a new coach to this
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal team, they'll win the title?
I don't know. That's a reach.
Or
That's a
or what
reach. You can't really
or
say that that will happen.
I'm sure.
You can't
Or
really
what
say for
I'm sure.
I
If you
mean the
bring
way
a
you're sounding, I don't think
if you
so.
bring a talented manager to this Arsenal team, the team he's built now, they win the title. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing they will add is just striker. But apart from that, hmm,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, right? Maybe Ateta needs to add maybe one more person in his backroom staff
Mm-hmm.
to give them something fresh.
Anyway, this stream is not about us now. I don't want to
Okay,
get
okay.
to I don't want to get to Arsenal's
We're not
conversation.
getting into us now, but at the same time,
I get what you're
con-
saying. I get what you're saying
congrats.
about. I get what
Yeah,
you're saying about like laying the groundwork and somebody more experienced stepping in to execute it, take it to
yeah,
the next level. Like almost
yeah.
like Xavi laid the groundwork for Barcelona, bringing in
Mm.
Yamal because Yamal started playing on that. I think started playing on that Xavi, if I'm not
Yes,
wrong. Brought in
yes.
Yamal, brought in Pedri, Gavi, all these young talents because at the end of the day, like Barcelona, they're in a financial rut. they don't really have money to sign
True.
people like that. They
True.
have
True.
issues in transfer market and stuff, right? And signing
True.
players. But Xavi was able to utilize academy talent and make
Yes.
do with what he had.
Yeah.
And although the relationship between Xavi and Barcelona ultimately came to an end, they
Mm,
brought in an experienced coach like Hansi Flick, and like
mm.
SSB just said, his high power, offensive system. Like they have one of the best build up plays in Europe.
Them.
The way Barcelona attack, they actually attack in a very nice way. Their build up play is actually
No.
very good. They create a lot of chances, and they've now utilized Yamal as this incredible, brilliant winger that is offering so much creatively.
Yamal
He's
does a
offering
lot
so
for them.
much in terms
Yeah.
of assists. And
Yeah.
it's also like we've been talking about on the stream, like he needs to be scoring more goals. But imagine he starts scoring more goals. Now he's offering so much in terms of goals.
Yeah.
So maybe that could apply in a team like Arsenal, but
Yeah.
you can't really say. You can't
True.
really say,
True.
right?
SSB is saying Arsenal fans have been crashing out lately, just arguing with each other online.
Of
A,
course, right?
a house divided against itself cannot stand. Do
Yeah.
you get?
But
So
it's almost like you have half of them saying what you're saying, like
yeah.
getting a different coach. We've given
Yes.
Arteta a lot of chances.
I
We need
just
somebody
feel
else.
no. If you look at the signs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Javi was there for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
He won the title. His case is even better. He won, like, I think, not just the title, but
Mm-hmm.
it felt like it was becoming stale, especially last season
Mm-hmm.
where Madrid dominated them and everything. But and maybe it could be that he wasn't happy too,
Mm-hmm.
right? There was a case was he was leaving, then it felt like he settled it with
And then he's
Barcelona.
back. Yep.
He said he's staying. Then later on, he said he's no more staying.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? So it was just how do I explain this thing now? So at the end of the day, somebody else came in. What is how much change did Hansi Flick make to Javi's team?
I think maybe the way they attack was quite different. Maybe Xavi wanted to do more tiki
Yes, so
taka, old
yes, he
Barcelona
wanted to
style
take them
possession.
to this their
The
traditional.
traditional
We dwell on the
tiki
ball and
taka,
die on
yeah.
the ball without doing anything with
Possession
it.
football, yeah.
Yes. But at the same time, the people are not much different. He didn't make wholesale change. He didn't go out and buy the whole world. He didn't do
Mhm.
that. He used what he had.
Yeah,
Do
maybe
you get
this time under Hansi Flick, Barcelona they move the ball a lot quicker compared to
quicker,
under Xavi.
better? Do
Maybe
you get what I'm
they are
saying?
a bit calmer on the ball.
Yeah.
A bit,
Yeah. So
yeah.
that's it. So Hansi Flick, quick, 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 quick. It's kind of the way German football is. the,
That kind
the
of
traditional
high metal
German
football.
football, they move to this, they move the ball quickly to the side, then the ball is going forward quickly, and everybody's attacking you immediately,
Mhm.
right? So it's just the way they play. So Arteta is the same thing,
Mhm.
right? Arsenal fans will probably be arguing with themselves. Arteta needs maybe someone new in his backroom staff
Mhm.
because it feels like for the past 3 seasons they are doing the same thing. If you
Mhm.
notice, they've tried to introduce this set piece stuff, but you can't really dwell for a whole season on set. I felt like that was their main focus. They only score from set piece. Do you get? We're not going to talk about us now, right?
Mhm.
So SSB saying is you say that Rafinha has been the best player, yeah, for Barca this season because of the goals. Yamal is the best creator, and Pedri is the most influential. Exactly.
Yeah, but in my own opinion, I think Yamal is the best player. Period. I actually don't even think I would. I mean, Rafinha has had
But
an amazing
if you
season,
don't
but at
have
the end of the
somebody to
day,
score those
if you
goals,
don't
you
have
don't get the points.
But if you don't have somebody creating these chances and crossing and giving you these opportunities to score, then what's the point?
Points.
It's
It's
not like
true.
Rafinha is coming to create for himself and coming to score. But
You're right.
Yamal is a player that can create for himself and score, and he has shown it so many times. Today, he scored
1 goal and 1 assist.
a goal and an assist.
Right.
So
But generally the team has been good. Right. The team has been good. Right. Flick's attacking pattern helps Barca. Yes, defensively still not the best, but they can. That's it. They can score you. Play to your strengths. They will keep going. That's the beauty about Hansi Flick. They would keep going, right? Which most teams don't have. So we watched not that I want to bring this up. We watched Newcastle Chelsea last
Yeah.
weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea down with 10 men.
Mm-hmm.
If that was Barca, they will not lie flat in that way. Do
Mm-hmm.
you get what I'm saying? They will keep going. Although they tried in the second half, but still you see the mentality is different,
Yeah.
right? Most of the time, mentality comes from the manager.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get, like, even my team? I try to build that mentality in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, need to keep going. You need to keep playing. You are 1-0 down. Keep playing. Keep
Mm-hmm.
going.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's when you should even play harder, play faster, move the ball quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but yeah, that's it. Ancelotti is
The
doing
reason
the
why I don't say Rafinha is the best, the reason why I don't say Rafinha is the best because creates, he also creates chances. He's top three in league for assists. Lewandowski gets off Rafinha chance. Okay, I actually didn't know that. I actually didn't know Rafinha also creates a lot as much as
He does.
Yamal.
He
Then
does.
I think Rafinha is like almost number one in that conversation on Ballon d'Or. I feel like
So that's the
if
that's
you're
the
having that
question
Ballon
now.
d'Or conversation,
Yeah, who is going to win? Who is going to win? Who is going to win Ballon
mhm,
d'Or now? Who are we putting forward?
I think Rafinha is in that conversation. I think Salah is in that conversation. I think
Salah.
um
Okay, let's
I
put
think
Salah, but he didn't do well in Europe.
I mean he had an amazing league season and they won and we won the league.
Hmm.
So and Bakatu also won the league.
Okay, so if you were
But
to, okay, guys, if you were to call 10 players to put forward for world best, who would they be? In no particular order.
10 players.
Salah, yes, Salah,
10 is a lot.
Rafinha,
10 is a lot, but
Yamal,
yeah, Salah, Rafinha,
Yamal,
Dembele like
oh, Dembele, yeah,
SSB says Dembele.
Saka. Saka
No,
will enter
Mbappe.
top
No, no,
10.
no. Mbappe.
Mbappe,
Yeah, Mbappe.
uh-huh.
Mbappe for
We're in five, not four.
no 4, right? Salah,
Mm-hmm.
Dembele,
Mm-hmm.
Rafinha. In no
Mm-hmm.
particular order.
Yes,
The
Yamal,
Rafinha, no, Mbappe,
Mbappe, mm-hmm.
right?
Yamal.
I want to. I'm looking for people that I want to put in place of Yamal, because I feel like Yamal, given that he's 17, I don't know if he'll be on that list.
You can
But
He's part
for
of
sure,
the
you
list.
can add him there. You can add him there, Yamal.
Anyways, they'll nominate him as young player, but still, right? So that's it.
Well,
So we've
well,
mentioned five, or I feel you can add Saka to that list.
Bukayo Saka.
Yes. Which other player are you adding?
Are
Let's
you
go to
sure?
go to Italy. You have to add guys in Italy. If Inter Milan
Lataro,
win,
Lataro. I think Lataro Martinez he needs to be
yes.
on that list.
If you if
Even
if
before Yamal, before you add Yamal in that
Are
conversation,
we
you add
adding
Lataro.
goalkeepers?
Who Donnarumma?
Donnarumma can make that list.
Mm,
I don't know if goalkeepers win world best, but
very hard.
yes, but
Very
Donnarumma,
hard.
he did
But
well, right?
I think Vinny. I think. Do you think they'll add Vinny on that? I don't know. Vinny did not have
Oh,
a good
Vini will
season,
make that list.
but they might add Vinny on the list.
But he
They
didn't
might
have
add him.
like a very good season. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he'll be added
But
to it.
top three, I would say Rafinha,
Mhm.
Salah, and yeah, and maybe Dembele top three, or Rafinha, Salah, and Mbappe top three. I
And
think
Mbappe.
yes, I think Mbappe had a good. I know people say it's like his
Mbappe
down
did not.
season,
Mbappe is
but
not top three. He
Mbappe
did
did
not
well.
win. He did not win anything, so he's not top three. Your top three will be Yamal, Rufinha, and maybe
I think
someone from
whoever
Inter
wins
Milan.
I think whoever
Yes,
wins between PSG and Inter
yes.
Milan,
So if
that
PSG
Dembele
wins,
or Lautaro.
if PSG wins, Dembele will be there. If
Hmm.
Inter Milan wins, Lautaro Martinez will be there.
Hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? So that's it. SSB
Yamal is an
said.
elite creator. Elite dribble is not a goal scorer. Elite is not. It's good that he's young. He can improve scoring. He shoots the second most in La Liga behind Mbappe. In off season, he just needs to learn. Yeah, I think a lot about it. A lot of his game will improve. A lot,
Mm,
concerning his game will improve. Obviously, the scoring part is something that we've highlighted on the stream. Even SSB has been the one like, saying it the most about Yamal's
Yamal.
scoring. Like, he needs to score more. He needs to, I guess, be more clinical with finishing. But he's been
Yeah.
scoring bangers though. He's been scoring goals, right? That, especially that, like, cutting on the left and shoot. He really enjoys scoring from that position, those types of positions. So I
And
think
I think, sorry to
this
cut you
season,
short.
mhm.
Yamal next season, his minimum should be 20 goals. Minimum.
Well, I don't think
Yes.
I don't think it's
See,
20 goals
wait.
minimum. I would say
No, no, no,
15
no.
goals minimum.
Let me give you an example. When Lampard took over from Chelsea, right? Or the season before he took over, or when he was just living as a player, he had this conversation with Hazard. He told Hazard, I said, with the ability you have, you are then Hazard 10 goals is okay. And he can have like maybe 15 assists.
Mhm,
He didn't care about scoring. Do you get? Or sometimes just 10. But he was always creating, but the assists, the goals wasn't so much.
mhm,
Lampard had this conversation with him. Say, look, with the guy, with your ability, you should be scoring minimum 20 goals. If you don't score 20 goals, you should have 20 goal involvement
mhm.
in a season. That's your should be your bad season,
I would say
right?
20 plus goal involvements for Lamine
Yes.
Yamal, but not
Yeah.
20 goals as a requirement. I
So
don't think I don't think he's there to just score goals. I think
so
they have a striker, they have Lewandowski,
I
they
know,
have
but
other
if he
people that can score.
contributes those goals, it will still help the team
Yeah, but
overall,
you're not
right?
expecting Yamal to score 20 goals.
So after that conversation Lampard had with Hazard, from then on he started scoring 20. He scored 20 goals, I think, the season after or so. No, he scored 15. Then it's obviously with then he had a lot of assists, a lot. Like his assists was now plenty. So I think he needs to improve on his scoring. At least 15 goals in a season, right? If he can have like 40 goal involvement, that's wonderful. 40.
I mean, if you're tipping him to be a world class player, you'd be expecting
Yeah,
a lot more from him
yeah.
in terms of
See
goals
how
and
many.
assists.
Yeah.
So
So
I
that's
think
it.
even this season, if you check his goals and assists,
Mm,
it's still not too bad.
mm.
Um, Let me just check it real quick.
So that's it. So going on from like awards, we've talked about let's say Ballon d'Or, right?
This season he has what 22 assists, 18 goals. So
Mm.
18 goals, 22 assists
He has 40 goals involvement.
exactly. So
So
it's
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 not
it's,
bad.
im- it's impressive if he's able to
Yeah.
like replicate this season next season
Yeah.
or
So
even
maybe
more.
next season he should
I
push
think
it up.
it's good.
Push the goals up from 18 to about 25 or 30, right? Because he has so many shots, so many.
Oh, interesting. Yamal needs to learn off the ball movement, getting on the end of crosses. Messi had added this to his game. Neymar didn't. Ultimately, Neymar stalled. But you can also argue that injuries also stalled Neymar, right? But I get where you're going. There's some positions he needs to get himself into. Messi just had that. That's why Messi is a goat, right? Is one of the, in fact, a legend, one of the best players. Always will be one of the greatest in the world. But is that off the ball movement where Messi gets himself into these
Off the
dangerous
ball
positions,
movement is so important.
where Messi gets himself into these positions where you give him the ball and he just needs to make one or two passes and that's it, or he just needs to pass through one or two people and then that's it. But he gets himself in really good positions. But
Yeah.
I will also say towards the end of this season, we've been seeing Yamal get himself into those positions. I don't
Mm.
think I've really seen like that poor of an off the ball movement from him. I
From
think
Yamal.
from Yamal, I think he pretty much tries to open himself up to receive the ball on the wings. He likes getting getting ball to feet. Is a ball to feet type of winger. Gets the ball in his feet. He wants to
Hi,
dribble.
Jordan.
Wants
Mm.
to look for that space to cross, pass, or
Mm.
even cutting on the left and shoot. And most of the time, we've seen him in games where he
Yeah.
cuts on that left and shoots. At least
Yeah.
from what I've watched, he kind of scores pretty much. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
his off the ball movement is not super bad, but for somebody that we are
If he
tipping to be
yes,
top top
tipping to
top
be world
world
best. If he
class,
improves on
he
that,
can definitely improve on
then
that.
yeah, yeah. So coming to the Premier League, right? We're nearing the end of the season,
Mm-hmm.
where awards are flying left, right, are going to be flying left, right, and center, right? We
Mm-hmm.
have young player awards, and we
Mm-hmm.
have Premier League Manager of the Year,
Mm-hmm.
right? So from
Yeah,
the
and
eight
we have
guys,
the we have the nominees scrolling on the screen at the
the
bottom of the screen
nominees the nominees are scrolling. Yes, I'm saying, because dribbling is a young
because
man's game. You
dribbling
don't
is a
see
young man's
players
game. You
over.
don't see players over 28 or 29 still be dribble. Players
I
will
say
go for
players
your
will
leg
go
to
for.
keep you dribbling. Play smart. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
As
I see what
Messi
you're
got
saying.
older, what Messi was actually doing was quick movements with the ball,
But also, I
right?
don't think Yamal over dribbles. I think he dribbles for
Oh,
space
he
to do
over
something.
dribbles. I've seen Yama, he over dribbles
I don't
sometimes.
think he over dribbles.
Ah, Kingsley.
Not all the
I've
time.
I've
Not
seen
all the
Yama
time.
trying to dribble three people, and he
Like
did it,
of course that will be there. Of course
right?
that will be there, but that will
That's
be
too
there. But
much.
most of
Mm.
the time is the when he's dribbling, it's not pointless. It's not a pointless dribble. He's dribbling for something. He's always looking
Obviously,
to quickly move the
are
ball
they
forward.
dribbles that are pointless?
No, what I'm trying to say is when you give him the ball, I
Mm.
think to me, in my own opinion, he's very efficient. When he gets the ball, yeah, obviously he'll get double teamed or three people on him because of how good
Yes,
he is.
yes, yeah,
That will happen anyways. You have
yeah,
more people on him, right?
yeah.
Because one person one on one, you most likely beat that player. And once he dribbles, creates some space, he's crossing.
Yeah, he dribbled a lot. I'm telling you, like I watched, like he dribbled a lot,
But in this case, in
a lot.
the game against Inter, it got to a point where it was Yamal versus Sommer, where they were giving him the ball to create something. So in that point where you give him the ball to create something, he has to really dribble, look for space, look for opportunities to get fouled. At that point in the
Mm,
game, he needed to do that. He needed to dribble a lot at that point in the game, right? Because you want to either get tackled, get fouled, so that you
mm.
guys can get more opportunities or look for a way to score, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
but even me, I watched the game though. I watched the game across the two legs. I didn't really see any point in his game where I would say he
He
over
was
dribbled.
he did it. There was
I
a
would
lot
say
of
he did.
dribbles from
I
him.
would say he dribbled,
Yeah,
yes, but
yeah.
not over dribbled.
Ah,
Who should
I
get
would
more
say the
credit? Ah, man, this is a good question though. It's a very good
player.
question. Who should get more credit, Flick or the players for the W? I think it's a
Um,
collective effort. It's a very hard question, but
it's collective effort, but Flick. We
Flick
should
definitely
also,
should be in that. Yeah.
yeah, because you see that they are being coached.
Mm-hmm.
You see they are being coached, like it's obvious,
Yeah.
right? Especially with that his high line, you see that he's giving them like idea, right?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
you see the idea of the coach when they play. Do you get what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
That's a very good point. I
Yeah,
think Flick should get more credit with the same
yeah.
players. Xavi couldn't
You
do
say
anything.
Xavi,
Yeah,
it's
that
what
was
I
what we
said
explained.
before SSB said, before SSB came on.
Those tweaks he made in the game of
Yeah,
making them move the ball faster, just ruling out that whole possession, sit on the ball throughout, pass the ball. I feel like that era of football is over. That whole
is dead.
possession, tiki taka, looking to just make quick, sharp passes is done. I think most teams have moved on from that era.
He said, what was
No,
Rafinha before Flick?
I know what was Rafinha before Flick. I know.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
imagine Rafinha is in the Ballon d'Or conversations. Imagine that.
Wow, is this
Rafinha has
coach?
become a
Is this
very
coach?
important player for
And you know they
Barcelona.
wanted to sell him
Hmm.
live. They wanted to sell him. Anyways, who are you in the let's go to the Premier League now. Who are you
Okay.
tipping for young player of the year?
Okay, but let's read out the nominees for Young Player of the Year before we give our takes on who it should be. I'm waiting for you to scroll across the screen. So, Premier League Young Player of the Year award, we have Delap, Elanga,
Mm,
Gravenberch. Ferguson,
Mm.
Palmer,
Mm.
Pedro, Rogers, Saliba. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Okay,
whoa.
let's make
We
it
have to we
easy on
have to
you.
first we
From
have to
this,
first start eliminating people.
yes. So that's what I
First,
wanted to tell
okay.
you now.
We have to
Eliminate
start
people.
eliminating
Pick your
people.
pick your pick your top three.
Okay, my top three. My top three would
Yes.
be, you're saying of the year, of this year, right? Of this
From
season.
this list,
Of, of
eliminate
this
some.
of this
Okay,
season, right?
eliminate three people. Let's start for eliminate three people that you
But
think don't
of this season, right?
of this season.
I should eliminate three.
Eliminate three people.
I will eliminate Pedro. I eliminate um Elanga.
Eliminate Pedro too.
I will
You eliminate
eliminate
Elanga. Why Elanga?
I eliminate Pedro. Wait, I eliminate Pedro,
Uh-huh.
Dilap,
Mm-hmm.
and Saliba.
Pedro, Dilap, and Saliba.
Yes.
Why did you eliminate those three?
Pedro, you mean Pedro Neto, right?
No, not Pedro Neto.
Well, who do
Pedro
you mean?
of Brighton.
Oh.
Joao Pedro of
Joao
Brighton.
Pedro. Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah,
Joao
yeah, not Pedro Neto.
Oh, now let me rethink it. Let me rethink it. I thought when you said Pedro, I thought it was Neto.
No,
My
no,
bad.
Joao
Let me
Pedro.
rethink that.
Yeah.
Okay, Joao Pedro. Oh, let me rethink that. Okay. I'll eliminate Saliba. I'll eliminate
Okay.
Dilap.
Yeah.
And who else was that? Rogers was on that list, right? So Rogers as in Rogers from Aston Villa, right?
Yes.
Ah,
He's good. He's
damn.
good.
He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. This is really difficult. But I will eliminate Hagusin.
Yes. Perfect.
I eliminate Hagusin.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I say Lamine is good. So is it Rogers is
Yes.
good. I will
Yeah.
eliminate Saliba,
Yeah.
Dean, and
Dean as in
Dean
Dean Hugginson, yeah.
yeah, and Gravenberg.
Yeah.
I will
That
eliminate Gravenberg.
you eliminate Gabby. Why? Nah, this guy. Wait, let's see some comments. Rogers is cold. Ronaldo and Yamal have the same amount of La Liga goal. Same amount of La Liga. It's crazy. Wait, you mean like goals in in La Liga? Wait, what do you mean by same amount of La Liga?
Oh, oh, you mean like titles? Maybe titles. It could be titles he's talking about. I think it's titles he's talking about. Trophies, La Liga trophies, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yes, at this current date of 15, Lamine Yamal and Cristiano Ronaldo have won 2 La Liga titles. Yeah, at 17. Yeah, at 17 too. Ryan at 17. Yeah, doing
Oh
that at
my
17 is
god,
crazy. He's a fantastic player. He's an incredible player. And what he has been able to achieve at this young age is very, very impressive. But
it's crazy.
back
Yeah,
to the why Gravenberch? Why eliminate
I'm
Gravenberch from that list?
eliminating Gravenberg because he's young, fine, but to me, he didn't do something
But he was
extra
so
extra special
instrumental
that
to.
other people in his position are not doing.
No, come on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I disagree.
Was he better than Caicedo?
Ah, come on.
No, he wasn't.
Do you know the amount of you? Come on, he was, of course. He was, of course. Do you know the amount of
No,
like games he played, and he was like player of the match,
no,
incredible. People are
no.
like, "Oh, Gravenberch is incredible. He's player of the match. He's awesome. He's amazing." Do you know the amount of games he played like that? Come on, you cannot eliminate him from that list.
Hold that thought. Ryan is
And
saying
also
he also have the
the same
same
amount
amount
of
of Euro
Euro
titles.
titles,
In June, he
and
had
in
the
June he has
chance.
a chance to have the same amount of Nations League title too.
See, Ronaldo is cooked. Ronaldo is cooked.
I mean, records are created to be broken, right? Like records are created to be broken, but I mean, now that man, it's
And
crazy.
he's just 17.
So that means there's even more to be won. You know, there's
He's
more
just
to be won.
17.
You know this thing that people say like, "Oh, what Messi and Ronaldo did, they don't think
Mm,
anybody will be able to do." I
nah.
think I think right now we're getting that feeling of maybe this is a player that can do what they did and even more. If he
True.
if he really like improves
If the
on his game,
levels continue and it keeps improving,
if the levels continue and keeps
right?
improving, he has
Yeah,
what it takes to be
yeah,
a Barcelona legend and even a football legend. And he has what it takes to win multiple Ballon d'Ors.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Greatest, exactly.
He's the
The last
greatest
time we,
17-year-old.
yeah, even Messi at 17 wasn't doing so
He wasn't
was
cooking,
like
on this
this,
level.
right?
Yeah.
Was good, but not at this level. Come on, not
he-
at this
he's
level.
he's incredible. He's
Yeah.
incredible. Like he's incredible. I don't know. I don't know what's happened. Like I don't know if next season it will drop or improve.
But there's
But
a
the
there's
hope
a
is that he improves.
on the live yesterday, someone mentioned that what did he
Mhm.
say? He said he's scared that Lamine Yamal is a one season wonder or two season wonder.
Yeah,
What do you guys think? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
He guy is going next season. He's
I,
going to
I would
go
have been
again.
I would have been concerned
Yeah,
if there were competitions we watched him in and he
yeah.
wasn't consistent. For example, we saw him in the Euros, he wasn't consistent.
The
I would have had
same. Yes.
I would have been
Yeah,
skeptical and
yeah,
say
yeah,
he's overhyped, right?
yeah.
But he's a player where I watch him in the Champions League, amazing. In the Euros, amazing.
Yeah.
Even in league games, amazing. So I just think he's just gonna be keep on being amazing. The thing I'm happy about, Flick said he didn't get much time to improve defense. So I would
Defense.
love to see who uh coach defensively improves Baka in the summer break. Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah, that's
majorly was everybody saying.
exactly. Yeah.
Baka's defense just needs to improve. If they can sign or get some
They
solid
need to
guys,
sign at least two mature
two
defenders,
solid
two men.
defenders, I
Yeah.
think they will be a very dangerous team. Because I
Mm.
keep saying it all the time that they have one of the best
Attacks.
attacks,
Hmm.
one of the
Yeah.
best attacks that I've seen. Because the way they held Inter by the throat, because Inter would have been out of the Champions League. Remember, Inter would have been out of the Champions League, and he
Yeah.
just took that split seconds of experience and brilliance and
Yeah.
timing and luck that
Yeah.
just took Inter over the line. If not, they would have been out.
Yeah. Yeah. SSB
Any-
say let me ask you,
What's
what's
your mouse?
Yamal's potential? Because he's
He's
more
more
refined
refined.
than
A young Messi
young
or
Messi.
Yama.
Yes,
That's
because
true. That's true.
this is not potential anymore.
And he
Because I
has
know.
the confidence of a Ronaldo.
Oh my gosh.
Like he's more refined at a
Yeah.
young age. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's still some things he can tweak in his game, but he comes with a certain level of confidence. Like he's an already experienced player. Like he has been playing for like 5 seasons already. Right? Like he has always been in these conversations of world class, of the best in the world. Like he already feels like he's the best player in the world. So it's
But
like,
what?
what
But
is
one.
his limit?
But one thing I think I know is that Hansi Flick is a good manager, right?
Mhm.
He's still going to improve Yamal.
Yeah,
We've
but
not.
that's what we're saying. That we know that
Yes.
he's going to improve. But just
Yeah. But
we're just amazed that if you're at
yes.
this level,
But
will you
currently
improve?
he's above potential. There's what they say potential. This
You
one is
know,
not
you have
potential.
you have players that are currently like 25, 26
Yeah, still
that
talking of
that are
potential
trying to improve to get to Yami Lama his level, and he's
level.
17. Do you get what I'm saying? You have
Yeah.
players that are 25, 26 that
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
trying and aspiring and training to get
Yeah.
to a 17-year-old's level. So it's crazy. Baka is thinking to promote defenders Iman, Cospo, and Andreas to the main
Process.
Baka team to give them more time. They are good on the ball, crosses, 19 plus youth level table winners. Wow. Baka, I feel like La Masia. I don't know. I've been seeing online that La Masia, they're a factory. They're like a lab.
Factory line.
They're a lab. These boys, these players are unreal. There's something they give them. It's probably in the water or it's probably in what they're eating. These players are just exceptional. They keep producing exceptional talent.
It's
Where are
just
they
like
finding them?
it's just like a Ajax of those days,
Where are they finding these young talents?
right? So
Where? My only
it's
concern
crazy.
is that he peaks too early. Minutes logged in more than Messi, Neymar, CR7, and many others at the same age.
That's the
Yeah. I think everybody is like concerned about the
yeah.
amount of time he's putting
He's
in. You
yeah.
know,
He's done
Chevy came on the
100
live.
games, right? He's
Yeah,
done
Chevy came on
100
the
games.
live. Chevy came on the live yesterday
Yeah.
and said Yamal has played 120 minutes. He's a 17-year-old in the Champions League
He
semifinals,
played
right? Played
120
120
minutes.
minutes, and that could put him at risk, right? But
Yeah.
I'm still on the line where I don't think this guy's career would be like anything we even imagine. I think it could be better than what we imagine, right? We just have
Yeah.
to watch and witness greatness, and we should be happy that we are witnessing this. Alien,
Ryan,
exactly.
alien
La
laboratory.
Masia, La Masia is an alien lab, like, and they are producing people that we've
Aliens.
not seen. Aliens. They are
Oh
producing
my
players
god.
that are so unreal in terms of talent, in terms of ability, in terms of creativity, football intelligence. I don't know what the foundation is at La Masia, but that foundation is really
It's,
solid.
it's really solid. But there's something Mourinho said. I don't know if it was 2016 or 2017. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Maybe 8 years ago.
yeah.
When they said, "Oh, Rashford is they made one. They said Rashford is 23. Rashford is 23,
Yeah.
right? Oh, he's still a potential and he'll still develop. He's still young." And
Hmm.
Mourinho asked him when did he get his first team debut? This was Mourinho's statement. This boy got his first team debut from the age of 17. So stop calling him young. He has 5 years of experience playing in the Premier League at the highest level. So I think football age now, in terms of like introduction, has reduced.
Yeah.
Right? In the time of Messi, I think at that time it was maybe 21, 22,
Yeah.
where players really want to get into your first team. Now,
Hmm.
from 16, 17, you are ripe.
Hmm.
Once you are ripe,
Yeah,
you put
that's
you
it. They
inside,
play immediately.
right?
Right there's like Area 51 of Spain. Yeah, it's strange. Whatever they are doing there, we don't know.
We
But we
don't
know
know.
we know like they are just doing some strange things there. These some
Stranger
stranger
things.
things. Ah!
Stranger things.
You know what's
Those
going there.
stranger things.
You know what's going there. Stranger
I
things.
know, I know you were going there. I helped you.
You see, we don't talk about player development enough in football. Many players who were young and had high potential but not pan out
They
when really
really
they
picked
peaked early.
early.
Yeah, but not in this case. I think that's one side that is making us like concerned of has he peaked already? Is this all that he will ever be? Is there more to expect from him?
Stranger things. There's still more. We don't know.
I think there's more. I think there's more to come.
Ryan just said it's alien laboratory, so there's
I
still
think
more.
I think there's so much more to come from him. There's so much.
Chevy, welcome
He's
on
back.
this life.
He said, well, not in this case. He's just 17. But what is this just 17, just 17, just 17 you keep saying? What's the difference between a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old?
Yeah.
Old? There's not much difference between 17-year-old
So
and
and
19-year-old.
that's
Old.
that's what I just said. Football age generally has reduced, right? And players are going to play longer time than before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you need players to play longer than before. You need players to play longer than before. But I mean, I don't see how like him being just 17 makes a difference. To me, I feel in the next 10 years he's still 27. Yeah. Imagine he has 10 years experience and he's still just like coming into his prime or something.
Oh my god.
He's 17 and it feels like he's already coming into his prime, but we're like, no, no, no.
He started the prime.
He's just 17.
It's just 17.
Imagine a 17-year-old starting out and he is starting out at people's prime.
Ah,
And we expect
God.
him to improve and get into his prime.
Ah,
So what is Lamine Yamal's prime? What is his prime? His prime is maybe banging in like 30 goals a season. Scoring goals like Haaland is scoring goals or Mbappe is scoring goals.
but
Maybe
we
that's
don't
his
see.
prime. Because if Yamal learns to be more direct like Salah,
Oh my
to
god.
to get the ball, like what SSB is saying, add that to his game,
Game,
where he's getting the
yeah.
ball and he's not trying to over dribble. He's
Oh
trying to
my
create
god.
space to score or assist. He doesn't want to waste time and he wants to be the most efficient right winger, just
Player.
like how
Yeah.
Salah plays. Salah plays very efficient. He receives the ball, he wants it either in space or on
But
his
that
leg.
that comes with
He's trying to score.
maturity, right? It comes with maturity.
But that's what Salah had to tweak in his game to make him Salah,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Because
Because
if
I
you
remember
remember,
I remember Salah when Salah was 22. You
Mhm.
know that this guy had something in him,
Mhm.
right? But when it clicked for Salah, like that maturity came in, it was something else, right?
Mhm.
Chevy
But
is saying he could be better or worse. Mm.
I know there's still some skepticism with his age, but
Yeah,
everybody's leaning based on what we're saying. We're leaning more to he's going to be better,
yeah,
right? But I think it's up to him at this point. I think it's up to him to choose if he wants to get better or if he wants to get worse. But with this guy, with the certain level of confidence he has, I think he's a player that
mm,
wants to get better.
yeah.
Football
SSB
development
is
is not
saying
linear,
football
guys.
is,
You reach a
yeah,
certain peak, you
and you
stay, and
stay, then you
then
start to
decline.
yes, actually, yeah, true,
Yeah. But it
true.
comes with like age, injuries, fitness level, all of
If he
these
can
things
keep
matter.
himself fit, he's not very like injured, become
Yeah.
injury
Because
prone,
because
because
that's
that's
what
the issue, right?
that's what separates Salah, guys, players like Salah, players like Ronaldo from the rest,
Messi,
Messi, from the rest of the players because
yeah,
they're able to keep themselves fit, right? They're able to
exactly,
make sure they're still maintaining somewhat of their highest quality of their ability,
yeah.
and they push themselves and test themselves season to season. They are looking to put in their
They are
best.
still doing, yeah,
They are
performing
still
at the same
somewhat
level.
performing at the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
level, and on average, you see that they are season to season they are pretty consistent.
yeah, yeah.
So those are parts of his game we'll have to wait and see, right? One season cannot judge, right? We cannot just look at this season and say that's it for him. We have to see next season what does he do, right?
But we see Alonso comes into La Liga, right? So to get interesting.
It will get interesting for sure.
To
It will
get
get it will
interesting.
definitely get interesting. But so back to the Premier League Young Player of the Year award. You took out Gravenberch, you took out
Mm.
Saliba, you took out who else? You took out Hugginson.
Check out next season. They can. They can. They can. SSB is asking if Barca can win the title again. They can.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yes, because okay, who else is going to win the title?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. Come on. So
Mhm.
you think Alonso will win the title?
I think so.
I'm not convinced.
I think
I'm
so.
not convinced. Like
What
this
makes you think Alonso will not win the title?
this last season in Leverkusen was not impressive
But what makes you think Alonso will not win the title?
because he needs to. His system is pretty okay. Hansi Flick's system is pretty. How do I say it now? Is basic in the sense that he doesn't play with a strange system.
Hmm.
Where you have to have like select players.
I think you got cut off a little bit. The sound, but
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. Hmm.
So I said when you have to have select players that will play certain roles
Hmm.
is a basic system, which is normal in football, right? But
Yeah.
Alonso's system is kind of weird. You
Hmm.
have to look for win back. You have to get this one transfer policy here,
But
there,
yeah, but
right?
the players that they've signed so far and the players that they have so far, they can pull off winning La Liga.
Anyway, we'll see. Only time.
Yeah.
What do you mean you are not convinced? He has not even gotten there. No, I mean no, Chevy. What I'm saying is this last season in Leverkusen wasn't good at all.
But that's
Like
Leverkusen.
it wasn't good. Like
That's Leverkusen.
after you won the title, we expected that you like step on the keep going,
But it
right?
wasn't too
But
bad too, right? Where did they finish in
I
Leverkusen?
don't
What
know.
position did they
Check,
finish?
check, check.
It wasn't too bad.
Reports are saying Alonso is getting full backing. They changed their transfer policy.
Leverkusen finished second.
They tried.
Yeah,
They
so
tried.
what are you saying? Like they
Yeah,
didn't
they
do
tried.
well. I think they did. I think it was an amazing
Yeah.
season. They won the title last season, and this season
Okay. So
they finished
injuries.
second.
Chevy is saying they had injuries. Okay.
Yeah, and they finished second.
That's good. That's
I
good.
think I think Alonso at Real, you don't
That's good.
understand,
That's
Andy.
good. If he had
Everybody wanted
if
everybody wanted Alonso.
yeah,
Everybody, there was no team that
if
didn't want.
he if
Liverpool
he
wanted
had
him.
in
Real Madrid wanted him.
if he had injuries, right? Like Chevy is saying, a lot of injuries and he still finished second,
Mhm.
then that's good.
I think everybody wanted to see this season and use it to judge if Xabi was just a one season wonder type of coach, and
Mm,
the whole unbeaten thing they did was it really real? Are
mm.
the Leverkusen really a good team?
Team,
But
yeah.
this season they finished second.
True.
So yeah, but yeah, let's get into your Young Player of the Year award. Gavin Betch, you see, Gavin Betch Young Player of the Year award. I
Nah,
think he should win it.
nah. But Gravenberg was good.
I think he should
Not,
win it. But
not,
like,
neither I think.
who else will win it? Who else deserves to win it?
How many goals does Rogers have? Morgan Rogers.
No, but like, even if you talk about Rogers and all of
Mm.
these players, at the end of the day, Gravenberch, he won the league. He put in those awesome performances and they won the league. There's no other argument. There's no argument left. He should be the one winning it. He should be the one winning it.
We see. Time will tell. Time will tell.
In
But I
my own
don't think
opinion, he should be the
I,
one
d- I
winning it.
don't think he will win it. I don't know. Dilap, Elanga, Gravenberg,
He said it's not about
Kopama.
the league, bro. Then it's about what? If it's not about the league, it's about what?
Yeah. I don't think Gravenberg will win it. That's my thoughts.
Who do you think will win it? Kopama.
Kopama is doing more work than him now.
Saka and Palmer won it without the league. Fair. Well, it's not about the league, but if you're going to look at the performances that Gravenberch put in,
Yeah.
and given that Liverpool won the league, to me, in my own opinion, I think it should be Gravenberch.
Nah.
I don't. Okay, who else should be the one winning it? Definitely is not Palmer.
Why is it not Palmer?
Palmer had a deep in form this season. It's not
Yeah.
Saliba. Too many. He had mistakes. A lot of mistakes this season.
Defenders make mistake.
Eh,
People make mistakes.
exactly. Didn't Palmer go? You don't change. What do you mean? I've changed my mouth? What did I say?
No, he
What,
didn't change his mouth.
what
He
did I
didn't
say? I
change his
didn't say
mouth.
anything. I said was supporting the argument that Gravenberch should win the league, given that he, he should win the trophy, given that Liverpool
Because he
won the
won
league.
the
Like he
yeah.
put on a good performance and Liverpool won the league. That is a good argument for him to win. That's what I said. But you're saying it's not about the league. But I'm saying, but in this case, given the
Mm.
performance he has done and them winning the league, it's a good argument to say he should win it too. So didn't Palmer go through a course? Yeah, of course, Palmer did. He went through a course where he
He's,
wasn't scoring
he's, still,
penalties.
he's, still, he's still going through the same spell.
Yeah, maybe it's not about the league, but that also adds to the argument that he should win it. Because you said that there are players that have won it without the league. So maybe it's not about the league, sure, but it even adds more to the argument
How
that he should
many
win
how
it.
many goals does Dilap have? How many goals does he have? They might end up. How many goals does check Kopama, Morgan Rogers, and Dilap? How many goals they have?
There's-
Chevy, I support you on this comment. This is a W comment. He say, okay, if you say he should go, he should win it, go and vote for him.
Of course you say that.
Oh no,
Of
that's
course you say
funny.
that. Of course
Yeah.
you say that.
How
Dilap,
many goals does Dilap?
I was not able to pull up his stats.
Dilap.
Yeah, struggling to find
And you
his
know Dilap is
stats.
the first young player to be on that list from a relegated team.
Mm,
Do you
good for
see?
him. But
Good for him.
he has 12 goals.
12. Okay.
Yeah.
How many does Morgan Rogers have? Dilap didn't do bad this season. Everybody wants Dilap, right?
Morgan Rogers has 14 goals.
14. How many does Kopama have? Even Saliba was good.
Palmer has 15 goals.
15. It will be between Gravenberg, Kopama. And what of Elanga? How many goals does he have?
Elanga might win it though. Elanga had a good season, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Elanga just has one goal. Oh no, my bad. It's not
Eh?
one goal. It's not one goal. It's not one goal. It's not one goal. He has scored a lot of goals now. I think Fuzi stats they're not showing the right stats for Anthony Elanga. Not showing the right stats. I know
This
Elanga
is
had more than that.
Rogers' first. Yeah, this is his first Premier League season. Shall we say Elanga call? Man, you fans never. They won't take that anything. If Elanga wins Young Player of the Year, no,
Elanga has 6 goals,
no, no,
so
no.
it's not
He's,
any.
he's out of it.
Elanga is out of it.
He's out of
Elanga
it.
is out of it.
He's between Morgan Rogers, Kopama, and Gravenberg.
And
Those are the
Gravenberch.
people. Even
Yeah.
Dean safe. Dean can put up a fight to be in that list. What of Joao Pedro?
Wait,
If
let's
Joao
see.
Pedro has up to 15,
Ryan Gravenberch. He has no goals. He didn't
no,
score
but
any goal, but he has 5 assists.
what of
I don't know if he's gonna win it though.
he's not going to win it.
I don't think
I'm
so.
sure.
I don't think so.
What of Joao Pedro?
Yeah, maybe Pedro. Maybe Joao Pedro. Maybe Joao Pedro might win
Does
it
he have
actually.
up to 15? Did
He
you
has
check?
10 goals.
So
10 goals, 10 goals and 7 assists.
it will be between
Palmer has 15 goals, 10 assists.
Thor. So
And then you have who is this? You have Morgan
Morgan
Rogers
Rogers
having 14 goals, 12 assists. So it might be actually, guys, it might be between Morgan Rogers and
and Cole
Cole Palmer.
Palmer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those two.
Mm. Yeah. Now
And
that Chevy said
you
this
can add
this league might
Gravenberg
not.
as the third person based on performance,
Yeah,
right?
he had a good performance, but like looking at Palmer and Morgan Rogers is just, yeah. I don't really think Gavin Vetch will win it. But if I have to choose between Cole
Top
Palmer and
three,
Morgan
top
Rogers
three, top three. It will be Gravenberg, Morgan Rogers, and Cole Palmer.
and Cole
Those are
Palmer,
the. If I'm to select three,
yeah,
I'll put
for
for
sure,
those three,
for sure.
right?
But
So
let's go. Let's move into Premier League managers of the year nominations. We have
mm,
Nuno Espirito Santo. We have Thomas Frank. We have Eddie Howe. We have Victor
Victor Pereira of
Pereira,
Wolves.
and we have
Annie
Annie
Slot.
Slot.
Annie Slot. That should be
Annie
Annie.
Slot. La
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 la la
la
la
la
la
la
la.
la. Annie
It's
Slot.
Annie Slot that
Shout
will
out to
win
all
it.
the Liverpool fans in the comment section.
Is
SSV,
is
SSV. All the Liverpool
is
fans.
Annie Slot that will
You
win
never
it.
walk
Let's
alone. You
not
never
deceive
walk alone.
ourselves.
You guys, you never
It's
walk
Annie
alone.
Slot that
Let
will
me
win.
win.
Which Nuno?
Why
Chevy.
would Nuno? Chevy, you've come
If
again.
Nuno qualifies for the Champions League,
Chevy,
then
you've come
Nuno would win
again.
it.
Chevy, you've come again.
Do you get what I'm saying? If Nuno qualifies for the Champions League from 17th to 4th, he tried. Nuno actually tried. People are kind of underrating the work he did. Forget that Nottingham Forest finished 17th last season.
But and his slot came in his first season and he won the league. And
True. So
tactically,
that's
he
what
was
I'm saying.
sound in
So
game to game.
what
The way
I'm
he
saying
won
now
games.
is
Come
what I'm
on.
saying now is if Nuno finishes in the Champions League, then he's the manager of the season.
But he will not finish in the Champions League spot.
Yes, that's it. That's the only
So
condition for him
he
winning it,
just he
right?
just would not.
But I feel he's an slot.
Yeah,
Let's
and
not
it's not for sure.
yeah. From third to first. You put the
Of course, he
finishing
took a
touch.
good team, but
You put the
still,
finishing
he
touch.
won the league. He won the
Yeah.
league. So I mean, winning the league kind of pretty much settles that conversation. I don't know who else would you would give at that
Win
point.
it.
That would look
I
like a
think it would
robbery
be an slot. Yeah.
for sure.
What are your final thoughts?
Yeah, this has been an interesting stream, man. Talking a lot about Yamin Lama. I say Lama. Lamin
Lamine
Yamal.
Yamal.
The L and the Y confuses me. But yeah, talking about Lamin Yamal and how awesome and amazing he is as a young talent, as a player. He's incredible. He's what we could say world class at this point, and if not world class, he's pretty damn close to world class. And we're not sure the extent to which he will get and how far he will grow as a player season to season. This is like an amazing season for him. Would he do the same next season and in 2 seasons? But if he's keeping on this same level of performance in the next 2 seasons, you can
Mm.
say that yes, this guy, he's the next best player in the world. He's the next legend. He's the next GOAT because he's really good and he's showing the signs. He needs to
Yeah.
improve some aspects of his game, when it comes to being more direct,
Yeah.
scoring,
Yeah.
not over dribbling, looking for play more intelligently and play more
Yeah. Yeah.
mature.
Yeah.
right? And all that will come with more practice and with experience. And with a player of his caliber and his confidence, I feel like there are no limits to the height that he will reach as a person and as a player. So I'm looking at all the people that have been nominated for the amazing awards like Player of the Year nominees and also Coach of the Year or Manager of the Year.
Mm.
I will lean more Morgan Rogers winning over
Mm.
Cole Palmer.
Okay.
Gravenberch, I don't know if Gravenberch wins. I still think it's going to be okay because
Mm.
I feel like Gravenberch had an amazing season. And my argument was Liverpool won the league, but people in the chat said winning the league doesn't really matter.
It doesn't
But
matter.
if that doesn't really matter, then I would say the person has surprised people. I would say giving goals and assists, people say maybe Morgan Rogers. But coach of the year or manager of the year, I will have to go
We need,
coach,
we need,
Liverpool's coach.
obviously.
But
Let's address this comment from message. We say if you switch Nuno and slot Rose with Liverpool win and with Forest have the same success.
I
Hmm.
think so. I think
So
no, I don't think Liverpool would win the Premier League,
with
but
Nuno,
I
with
feel
Nuno
like
in charge,
Slot could improve Nottingham Forest.
slot will definitely improve Nottingham Forest, but with Nuno win the league,
Because he did, but because people say he did the same thing with Feyenoord, right? He had very limited resource at Feyenoord, and he was
yeah.
able to do something with Feyenoord. I don't kill you how? Like, what are you saying?
Jeremy say, bro, don't kill me. ah,
This
no,
guy.
okay. So Chevy, do you think if we switch roles,
Hmm.
Nuno taking Liverpool, right? The team Liverpool, would he win the title? That's the question. Would he win the title? I know and his slot would improve Nottingham Forest. Because you know why I say you improve Nottingham Forest? He's somebody that his defensive a bit, right? If you switch. Mm-hmm. But waiting for you, if you switch, what happens? Ah! Why do you say 11th or 10th? Anyways, I don't know. Nuno also
Nuno
might
also
not
might
win
not
the
win the
league.
league.
Yeah, true.
Actually,
Two of them might fail woefully, right?
yeah, for
Ah!
sure.
Oh my god, this
Mm,
is why I say if Liverpool have Nuno, Arsenal are champions. True.
mhm.
We all agree with that.
Yeah,
Clearly. 17 to 10th. Who is that? Nottingham Forest.
yeah. Are they 10th in the league now?
No, they are like 7th. They are going to Europe. That's certain. They are going to Europe.
But them going
It's
to Europe, them going
it's
to Europe
confirmed.
is
It's
also,
confirmed already. They are going to Europe.
but
But
them
it's
going to Europe is also
which
impressive too.
yeah, it's impressive. Which of the Europes are they going to? That's the last fight.
That's a different conversation.
Yeah. So I think
Mm.
final thoughts for me would be no, if Slot was the manager.
Oh,
Oh,
17
if
to
Slot
10.
was the
Okay.
manager, possibly, right? Limited
Mm.
resources. But final thoughts for me, Hansi Flick's Barca deserve their 28th La Liga title, right? They
Mm-hmm.
deserve it. He's improved most of the players there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing as a coach. They say if you improve the players, you automatically improve the team. Improve the players individually, you improve the team. Right? So that's the thing. So and for young player of the year, I don't know anyone they want to give fine. Rogers might win it, I don't know. But in the last two games, if Kopama does something, or even tomorrow, if Kopama does something against Man U, Chevy's in this chat, then he would win it. If he pulls up a hat trick tomorrow, which I know is not going to happen, but if let's say he pulls off a hat trick, then he's won it. No, they can't give Rogers or any other
Mm-hmm.
person on that list, right? And
Mm-hmm.
his slot is the manager of the year. Is done because this guy came from like I had no hope for any slots. I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. Even Liverpool fans were just hopeful. Like, okay, please, if you can just take us to Champions League will be sat, and SSB and Liverpool fans on the chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's it. So I think and his slot is
Yeah,
the
there's no
manager of
deal.
the year.
We want
Yeah.
you to lose, and I
He
want
said
Tottenham to beat you
he
guys, and
said
you guys lose
beat us
Europa.
or pray we win Europa.
No,
Anybody should that Europa is a tough
no, I'm
part.
supporting.
I
I'm
don't
supporting
know.
Tottenham, and I want Tottenham to win Europa.
Anybody. If this guy pulls it off, that would be really crazy. He came half season and he won Europa League.
Yeah, it will still be a good. It will still be
That would be
a
crazy.
decent sign that he's a
That
good
would be
coach,
crazy.
and you should
Yeah.
keep him. Anyway, thank you guys for joining our stream. Shout out to
Yeah.
you guys, Chevy, SSB, Jordan, Ryan, all of you guys that
Yeah. Everybody
commented.
that came on the stream. Yeah.
We appreciate you guys. We'll see
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.